Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam.
Hello friends, this is Professor Neelam Panchal from Gujarat University and I welcome you all in this session on Types of Organization Structure Part 1. Friends, let me introduce you to the topic. Organization structure serves as the foundation for how a company operates, influencing everything from communication and decision making to resource allocation and overall performance. So, it defines the hierarchy within the organization and delineates the roles and responsibilities and establishes the framework for the coordination and integration among various teams and departments. Friends, in today's dynamic and a competitive business environment, choosing the right type of organization structure is very crucial. Companies must navigate complexities such as rapid technological advancements, changing market demands and a diverse workforce. So, an effective structure can enhance collaboration, it can drive the innovation and ensure that all the parts of the organization work harmoniously towards the common goals. This exploration of organizational structures will cover various types that includes functional, divisional, matrix, flat, team-based, network and a circular. So, highlighting their unique characteristics, advantages and challenge will give you real idea about all the functionalities. So, understanding these structures allows the leaders to make the informed decisions that align with the strategic objectives and foster a culture of efficiency and responsiveness. So, as organizations evolve, the right structure can be a key driver for the success, enabling them to adopt challenges and seize the new opportunities. Let me explain you what are the objectives of the session. So, the objectives of the sessions are you should be able to understand the in and out and the characteristics of the different organization structures. You should be able to understand the need for different type of structures. Objective is to explain the basis for evolving different types of organization structure, examining the advantages and disadvantages of different type of organization structure, factors to select the perfect organization structure. So, let us start by understanding the organization structure and its types one by one. So, the first is a functional structure. Now, what is functional structure? So, as the name suggests, a functional structure is an organizational design where the company is divided into distinct departments based on specific functions and roles. So, each department is responsible for its area of expertise, allowing for specialization and efficiency in operations. Common functional departments includes number 1, marketing. Now, what is marketing? So, marketing is responsible for promotion of the products and the services, market research, branding, advertising, promotion and so on. Second is a finance. So, finance manages the organization's financial resources including budgeting, accounting, financial planning and the overall management of the funds, right? Third is HR, that is human resources. Now, this is very important function. All of you know that it focuses on the recruitment, training, employee relations and compliances for the labor laws also, right. The fourth functional area which is important is a production or a operation. So, it oversees the manufacturing of the products or delivery of the services and ensuring the quality and efficiency, right. Another department is a sales. So, sales is responsible, as the name suggests, for selling the organization's products or services and maintaining the customer relationship, which is very important. Okay. So, these are the normal functionalities, friends. Now, let us try to understand what are the characteristics of the functional structure. So, the first characteristic of a functional structure is departmentalization. Now, each function operates as a separate entity, okay, with its own specific goals and objectives. So, what happens is there is a departmentalization, right. Okay. So, the second feature is a hierarchical structure. In the sense, departments are managed by department heads. So, each department, for example, finance, HR, marketing, there are different heads, okay, and the higher management levels. So, that will create a clear chain of command, okay. Now, the third characteristic is specialization. What happens is employee within each department develop expertise in their specific roles, leading to increased productivity and performance. Why? Because you are in sales, you are specialized in sales and you are going to be master in sales. So, on auto mode, the productivity is increased. Okay. Let us look into the other feature, which is standardization. Processes and practices are standardized within the departments, allowing for the consistency and predictability in the operations. Okay. So, these are the features of a functional structure. Now, let us try to look into what are the advantages of the functional structure. So, as we said, there is a specialization. Due to specialization, there is an in-depth knowledge, right. So, employees focus on their specific task and gain a deeper understanding of their roles and leading to higher quality of work. Second is the efficiency. So, specialized department can create a streamlined processes, minimize the errors and optimize the performance, making the organization more effective overall. The next advantage is clear roles and responsibilities. Now, what happens, friends, since you know you are in the finance, you have a clarity that there is a defined expectations from me. So, each employee has a clear understanding of their role within the department. They know that I am responsible for this, and which helps in aligning the efforts within the organizational goals, right. So, everyone is clear here, okay. And the second thing is accountability. When I am clear that I have to do it, I am accountable also. So, managers can hold employees accountable for their performance, right, facilitating easier performance evaluation and feedback. Okay. Now, the third advantage is enhanced communication within the departments. There would be very focused interaction because the team members share the similar goals and expertise, okay, fostering the better communication and collaboration within the departments. Secondly, stronger relationships, that means the employees build a rapport and trust with the colleagues in the department, which can enhance the teamwork and morale. Next is a scalability. It includes the ease of growth. So, as the organization expands, adding the new departments or functions, it can be achieved without disrupting existing operations. Okay. And secondly, resource allocation, where organizations can allocate resources more efficiently to specialized departments, enhancing productivity. What are the disadvantages here? So, the disadvantages includes number 1, silo mentality. Now, what happens is there is a limited interdepartmental communications. Why? Because departments may become insular. They focus solely on their own objective, own function, and failing to collaborate effectively with the other functions. They understand, for example, I am a finance guy and so finance is my task, and in that accounting is my task or auditing is my task, but then they do not bother to collaborate, which leads to the silo mentality. Okay. On the other hand, inefficiencies whereby lack of communication between the department, it also lead to the duplication of the efforts many a times, and misaligned goals impacting the overall performance. Another thing is inflexibility. So, it includes the slow response to the change. The rigid structure may hinder the organization's ability to adapt quickly to changing market conditions or customer needs. Okay. On the other hand, secondly, bureaucracy, that is multiple layers of the management, can create a bureaucratic environment that slows down the decision making processes. Okay. Now, the third is a limited viewpoint, that is narrow focus. So, employees may become overly focused on their departmental goals, leading to a lack of understanding of the organization's broader vision and a broader objectives, because everyone is like, focusing upon the self department. HR will focus upon HR, marketing will focus upon marketing, finance will focus upon finance. So, where is a congruence, and nobody is looking at the mission and vision, and so it may lead to the problem. The next is resistance to collaboration, that is departments may resist and they resist initiatives that require cross functional collaboration, and it can impede the innovation and problem solving. Another thing is implementation considerations. Friends, what happens is many times the first aspect coming over here is a leadership and management. So, effective leadership is a crucial for the functional structure to succeed. Okay, and the managers should promote the collaboration between the departments and encourage the open communication to mitigate the risks of the silo mentality. Secondly, communication strategies. It is very, very important to strategize how to communicate, right? So, establishing the regular interdepartmental meetings and collaborative projects, it can enhance the communication and it can foster the sense of unity across the organization. Thirdly, performance metrics. Okay. So, organizations should develop performance metrics that align the departmental goals with the overall goal of the organization and the overall objectives. So, this alignment encourages the departments to work towards the common goals. Okay. Fourth is a training and development. Now, this is also very, very important. If you are a manager, you have to keep in mind that investing in a training program that promote the cross-functional skills, it can help employees understand the better picture and a bigger picture, and it appreciates the contributions of the other departments. Okay. So, a functional structure is particularly effective for the organization that require a high degree of specialization and efficiency within their departments. Okay. So, while it offers the clear advantages in terms of expertise and streamlined processes, leaders must remain vigilant to the challenges it poses, okay, such as silo mentality and inflexibility. By fostering interdepartmental communications and ensuring alignment with the overall strategic goals, organizations can harness the strengths of the functional structure while minimizing its limitations. Okay. So, as the businesses evolve, a thoughtful approach to structure can facilitate the growth, the innovation and the long-term success in the organization. So, this is all about the functional structure, the first type of structure. Okay, I hope you are clear with the functional structure. Can anyone tell or think over what can be the second type of structure? Any guesses? Right, let me tell you, divisional structure is the second type of structure. Friends, a divisional structure organizes a company into semi-autonomous units or divisions, each focusing on a specific product line, service or a geographic area. Each division operates as its own entity with its own functional departments, right, such as marketing, finance, HR, tailored to meet the needs of its particular market or product. Now, what happens is this structure is commonly used by the large organization with a diverse product lines on the markets and enabling them to respond more effectively to the customer's demands and market dynamics. Okay. The next is the characteristics of divisional structure. So, the product or a market focus, the first thing here, each division is responsible for a specific product line or a geographic area, allowing for a tailored strategies and operations. Second is a autonomy. So, divisions operate independently, making the decisions regarding their operations, budgets and strategies, which fosters innovation and responsiveness. Third is a cross-functional teams. So, each division typically includes its own marketing, sales, finance and production teams, promoting collaboration within the division. Okay. Next is a performance accountability. So, divisions are assessed based on their performance, allowing for a clearer accountability for the results and the profitability. Let us look into what are the advantages. So, the first is a focused strategy which includes the tailored approaches. Now, what happens is each division can develop the strategies that are specifically allowed and specifically tailored to its market, leading to more effective marketing and the operational efforts. Okay. Another point friends here is a rapid response. So, divisions can quickly adapt to the changes in their specific markets or the product lines, enhancing competitiveness. Okay. The second aspect here is enhanced accountability. So, what happens is the first point over here is a clear performance matrix. So, each division can be evaluated on its own performance, facilitating targeted accountability and a performance management. Second is a motivation. Divisional leaders and the teams are often more motivated when they see direct results from their efforts, fostering a sense of ownership. Another point is a better resource allocation. So, the strategic resource distribution is the first aspect over here. Resources can be allocated based on the specific needs and the priorities of each division, leading to more efficient operations. Next is a flexibility where divisions can shift resources quickly in response to changing market conditions or the opportunities. Next is improved customer focus. So, market understanding is one whereby the divisions focused on the specific markets or products that can develop the deeper insights into the customer preferences and a behavior enhances the customer satisfaction. Next is a customized products and services whereby tailoring offering to meet the needs of the specific customer segments, it can lead to increase the loyalty and sales. Now, let us look into the disadvantages. So, the first is duplication of resources, that includes the inefficiencies. What happens is each division may duplicate the functions, leading to the higher operational cost and a resource inefficiency. Okay. Second is the inconsistent practices, that is different divisions may adopt varying practices and standards, and it can lead to the inconsistencies in the quality and the service. Another aspect is potential for conflict. Now, this is important friends, because what happens is there is an interdivisional competition. In the sense, divisions may compete for resources and recognition, which can lead to conflicts and it can hinder overall organizational cohesion. Next is a lack of collaboration. So, with a strong focus on individual division performance, collaboration across the divisions, it may suffer, limiting the innovation and knowledge sharing. Another thing is a complexity in a management, whereby here complexity in management means it includes the management challenges. So, managing multiple divisions requires strong relationships, strong leadership and a strong coordination. which can be complex and a resource incentive. Okay. Another thing coming over here is a strategic alignment, but many times it ensuring that all the divisions align with the overall organization strategy, it can be challenging, particularly in a larger organization. Okay. Now, what are the implementation considerations if you want to go for a divisional structure? Okay. So, the first is a leadership structure. Strong leadership is very essential for overseeing divisional performance because it ensures the alignment within the organization overall goals. Divisional managers should be empowered to make the decisions while maintaining the communication to the top management. Second is a performance matrix. Okay. So, establishing a clear performance matrix for each division, it helps in maintaining the accountability and it encourages each division to strive for success while contributing to organization's overall objective. Third is interdivisional communication. Friends, promoting communication and collaboration between the divisions, it can mitigate the risk of the competition and duplication, right. So, regular meetings and a cross-checking, cross-divisional projects can foster a culture of a teamwork. Next is resource allocation strategy, right. So, if you are a manager of the division and divisional head, for example, a clear strategy for the resource allocation that considers the needs for each division, it can enhance efficiency and it ensure that the divisions that have what they have and what they need to succeed. The divisional structure is a powerful organizational design that allows the company to focus on specific markets, products or regions. While it offers advantages such as increased accountability, customer focus and a tailored strategies, organizations must be mindful of potential challenges including resource duplication and interdivisional conflict. So, by implementing the effective leadership, performance matrix and communication strategies, organization can leverage the benefit of a divisional structure while addressing its limitations, ultimately driving success and a growth in a competitive landscape. So, this is divisional structure. Okay. Can you imagine what can be the third? Because we have talked about the functional, we have talked about the divisional, but now what can be the other type of structure? Let us see, right. So, the third type of structure is a matrix structure. What is matrix structure? A matrix structure is an organizational design that blends functional and a divisional structure, creating a dual reporting system. So, in this structure, employees typically report to two managers, one representing the functional area such as marketing or a finance and another representing the specific project, product or a division. Now, this setup is intended to enhance the flexibility, collaboration and efficiency across the organization, right. So, let us see what are the characteristics of the matrix structure. First is a dual reporting relationship. What happens here is, unlike the functional and divisional, employees have two lines of authority. Okay. It can lead to a complex relationship and interactions. Second is a cross-functional teams. So, the teams are composed of the members from various functional areas, allowing for a diverse range of the skills and the perspectives. Third is a dynamic environment. So, the matrix structure supports rapid adaptation, okay, to changes in the projects, market demands or a resource needs. Okay. Fourth is a project based focus. So, emphasize on the products and the projects and allowing the organization to respond quickly to specific customer needs or market conditions. Okay. So, this is the matrix structure which is a different, having a two line of the authority. Let us see what are the advantages. First advantage is an enhanced flexibility. So what happens is there is a adaptability when there is a metric structure. Why? Because the organization can quickly respond to the changing market conditions or the project demands by reallocating the resources and the personnel. Okay. Second is a resource optimization, that is the functional expertise can be leveraged across the multiple projects, leading to more efficient use of the resources. Next is a improved collaboration. So, cross-functional interaction, that is where the employees from the different functions work together, promoting the knowledge sharing, creativity and innovation. Next is a holistic problem solving. So, diverse teams can tackle complex problems, okay, more effectively by combining various viewpoints and skills. The next is focus on the projects and customers. So, customer centric approach is very important. So, the teams are often aligned with a specific projects or customer needs, leading to tailored solution and increased customer satisfaction. Next is a greater accountability. So, project managers can directly oversee and manage the work of the team members, okay, fostering a sense of responsibility for the project outcomes. What are the disadvantages? First is a complexity in reporting. So, confusion in the authority may occur because there is a dual reporting system, okay, and it can lead to ambiguity regarding who is in charge. I mean, I may get confused that whether I should connect X boss or Y boss, and both are giving me the task, okay. So, it creates the confusion among the employees. The next is conflict of priorities. Now, this is very, very important. Employees may face conflicting demands from their functional and a project managers, okay, and both are having their priorities, and it leads to really the stress and reduce the productivity if both the managers are not in coordination, right. So, this is one of the disadvantage. The next is potential for the resource contention, that is many a times there is a competition for the resources. In the sense, departments may compete with each other for the limited resources, right, which can create tension and a conflict within the organization, which is not good for the organization. Okay. On the other hand, it also lead to inefficiency. So, if not managed well, overlapping of the roles and the responsibilities, it can lead to the inefficiencies and the confusion, which is very, very important. Next is a time consuming decision making. Okay. So, it includes the bureaucratic delays. So, the complexity of the structure, it may slow down decision making processes as multiple stakeholders need to be consulted. Okay. So, coordination challenges, whereby coordinating activities and communication among different departments and different managers, it can be time consuming and require additional effort. Okay. Now, if you really want to adopt this structure, what are the implementation considerations that you should keep in mind? So, the first is clear roles and responsibilities. You need to establish clear roles and the expectations for both functional and project managers, right, because it can help in minimizing the confusion. It can give a clarity of the authority, okay, and these clarity is very essential for effective collaboration and accountability. Next is a strong leadership. Okay. So, effective leadership is a crucial for managing the complexities of a metric structure. Leaders should promote a culture of collaboration and open communication to mitigate conflicts and fosters the teamwork. Next is a communication strategies. So, implementing regular meetings and communication channels, it can facilitate the coordination among the team members, right, and managers, ensuring that everyone is aligned to the project goals and priorities. Okay. Another point coming over here is a performance matrix, that is develop the performance matrix that evaluate both functional and project contributions. It can help ensuring that employees remain accountable for their work in both the areas. Okay. So, the matrix structure is a versatile organizational design that promotes flexibility, collaboration, and a strong focus on the projects and the customer needs, while it offers the significant advantages such as enhanced resource optimization and improved innovation. It also presents challenges related to the complexity and potential conflicts. So, by implementing the clear roles, effective leadership, and strong communication strategies, organizations can harness the benefits of a metric structure while mitigating its drawbacks, ultimately positioning themselves for the success in a rapidly changing business environment. Okay. So, now after looking into these three important structure, okay, let us try to summarize the session and let us try to ask what you have learned. Can you think over for 2 minutes in your mind and jot down the points that you have learned in this session? Let me summarize the session. Friends, we have seen the different types of structure and importantly, majorly three type of structure in this session. Okay, we have seen the functional structure, which means organizing by specialized departments such as marketing, finance, HR, operations, and so on. Okay. Now, these design allows for the enhanced specialization. It enables employees to develop the expertise in their specific roles and the clear roles and responsibilities. It always improves the efficiency within the departments. Okay. And it leads to the better performance. However, this structure also can create a silos where the departments become the isolated because each one may work independently, and there can be a problem because of the lack of the communication, collaboration across the organization, right? And additionally, it also lacks the flexibility. It is making it challenging to respond quickly to changes in the market. In contrast to that, we have seen the divisional structure also, which divides the organization into semi-autonomous unit focused on the specific type of the product or a service or a market, or it depends upon the organization. So, this approach generally allows each division to tailor its strategies to meet the unique customer needs and unique customer demands, and it results in the improved accountability and faster responses to market changes. Now, while this structure enhances the customer focus and it can drive the performance, we have also seen that it also presents the challenges, okay, like potential duplication of the work or the resources across the divisions and the risk of the conflict between the competing units. Maintaining alignment with the overall organization goals can be also complex if there is a divisional structure. Okay, and so thirdly, we have seen the matrix structure, which merge the element of both the functional and the divisional design. Okay, so it creates the dual reporting relationship for the employees, and this structure fosters the flexibility and encourages the collaboration through cross-functional teams. Okay, and it enables the organization to leverage the diverse skills for project-based work. However, the dual reporting system, it can lead to the confusion over the authority and conflicting priorities, complicating the decision making processes also. We have also seen that organizations adopting a matrix structure must prioritize clear communication and a strong relationship to navigate the challenges effectively while maximizing the benefit of the collaboration and adaptability. I hope you are clear with all the fundamentals that we have seen in this session, and I hope you like the session. Thank you.